Hey, we're in Barry's Bay, which is up by Algonquin Park in Ontario, and we're here to do a lab cache. This is actually my lab cache, and I'm going to walk you through the stages, and that's next on Geocaching with Simrebel. Okay, first couple stages takes us to Zurkowski Park. Janis Zurkowski was a test pilot, and he was a test pilot on the Avro Aero, and that's a model of the Avro Aero in front of us. One of the stages for the lab cache. The Avro Aero was built in the 60s, I think 60s. We'll check that on the sign here. It was state-of-the-art jet. It was squashed by Diefenbaker. So they only had a prototype, but it would have been outdid anything that was else in the air at the time. Over here we have a statue of Janis. And that's one of the stages. This is the planes stage and the airplanes stage, I believe. So I have some videos associated with that on the Avro Aero. If you're doing the lab cache, you get to view that. And then we're going to take a walk over the street to get a couple more caches, lab spots. The next stage is the Balboa Hotel, and there's just happens to be a nice sign in front of it that you have to get some information from. Black and a sign. Next stage is the Barry's Bay train station, and this is on a line that went from Ottawa to Parry Sound. Very popular stop right across from the hotel, and we have another info sign. It was the CAR, largest railway. The OA and PS was Ottawa something and Parry Sound. Yeah, actually have a little museum inside you can visit, and has some history on Barry's Bay and the train station. So Barry's Bay is not too far from our cottage, so I actually, last year when I was up at the cottage, I didn't have a credit I could use for an adventure lab, but I knew I'd probably get one in the future, so I came around and took pictures of all the information and got the coordinates, so I had it on hand, and then created the adventure lab when I received my credit. So next stage is over in the park. Over here we have an old caboose and a water tower. And what we need is off the information plaque on the beside the tower here, and it's Ontario's last wooden railway water tower. So we need some information off the plaque, and we'll claim that. There you have it. That's a quick adventure lab. If you're ever in Barry's Bay, you can walk it in probably 15 minutes. I could have made 10-20 stage here with all the information that's here. We'll take a look at a few other things. So this is a bicycle made to go on the train tracks. Pretty cool. Just a pedal turns the crank, it turns the wheels, pop down the tracks. It's chained in place so you can't play it on it. And then we got an old railway cart. and an old tool car. It's actually a geocache. It used to be in this bush back here. I'm not sure if it's still there. And then we have an old steam engine over here as well. Don't forget the little flower garden. I wondered when I was looking at it, there's a seagull up the top of the pole here. And I thought, is that real? And yes, it is. Alrighty. That was a quick trip. Took me longer to last year to go around and get all the information. I had enough information for at least a 10 stage in case I got a 10 stage to use, but I only got a 5 stage, so we took the 5 best and closest together so you can do a quick walking tour of Barry's Bay. So, what's your opinion on logging your own adventure labs? It's allowed. Should you do it? You went around and actually had to get all the information to do it, so I think it should be allowed. But it's just a matter of opinion, I guess. So next time, cache later, cache you on the trails. Bye.